Um, I want to talk about the Clara Dao situation. And this video is hopefully going to spread some light on why people are so upset and why that's okay, and why her doing a change to her body is also okay. And I want to talk about both sides. I want to address it. And just to start off, as a disclaimer, I'm not like a huge follower of hers. I have no idea when she posts and things like that. Like, I knew enough to recognize her face, but not her name, if that makes sense. But when I saw this whole situation, I wanted to give my 2 cents because I really do have an opinion on this, which is crazy. But I kind of want to talk about what she represented and what she represented to her community, and how that backfired now, as she has made several videos talking about how she made this content for 6 years and now she wants to change things up for fun. Understandably, I understand why people are upset, and I think she should too. I think maybe there's a bit of a defensiveness going on, but that's completely human and normal for anyone who wants to like feel justified in their decisions, which she should. Like, this is her decision, this is her life, this is her body. She should feel like she's allowed to do things. Not necessarily the problem is, but like, the reality is she has shared her life and her commitment to this one thing about her. And again, as a casual viewer, the only thing I knew about this girl, I didn't know anything about her personality. I don't know a thing about what she likes or what she dislikes. I don't know much. I don't even think I know the sound of her own voice, but all I know is that she's very confident about how flat-chested she is. That is all I know, because that she has made that her brand. She has made that her speaking point. She has made that her image. And maybe she didn't want to do that. I'm sure in the 6+ years that she's been making content, I think it's 6 years because she kept bringing it up, but I think in all those years, she possibly could have branched off and made other videos and made other things, but the core of her content is that point. And people have understandably related and have found, confidence in that. Me, although I'm not flat-chested, I'm definitely not like double or anything. But it did feel nice to know that there was somebody out there kind of like saying, hey, this is my body, this is what I was born with, and that's okay, and I love it. And not only is this the body that I was born with, but I love it and I'm confident about it. To have someone like that and pioneer a whole like community of people who not only relate but respect that, and then and for 6 years just keep making content related to that point, which is not bad. You it's your page, you are free to do with what you want with it. She chose to do that. She specifically chose to do that, which makes sense. Like, she created something for people. She opened the door and said it's okay, and people felt good about that, and people felt like, wow, including myself. I was like, oh my god, that's so great. There's an influencer out here promoting this type of confidence, this very specific type of confidence. And then for it to be and for that very specific point, for her to come around and just take that whole part of everything that this page was, not who she is, because she's a whole human, but like, that whole page was built on that, and for her to come and kind of swipe it all away and to have it never return is crazy, because it was a fell swoop. I did learn about all these things after the fact, so the slap in the face to the audience, because the audience just got slapped. Who wants to be slapped? Who wants to be kind of told that they're an idiot, or because that's how it feels, right? Because when you say you are one thing, you present yourself as one thing, and you instill that in others, and then you turn around and do what is literally the opposite, it hurts people, understandably. It bothers people, and it's like, what the heck? I thought you were this way. People don't want to feel lied to. People don't want to feel like they not that they caught you in a gotcha moment, but like, you out and say through your actions, all that I was doing with y'all and talking about with y'all, I'm not about that anymore. And it's very weird because at least from what I'm seeing in the content, she's coming at this from a place of, I just wanted to change things up for fun, and I wanted to do, I'm tired of making that type of content. I feel like that was all. It does kind of feel like a ruse, not a ruse, but like a cover for what would simply be, I wanted to make a change. I no longer felt this way, because feelings change and confidence changes. It can go up, it can go down, things change, and I no longer feel the confidence that I once did, or I no longer want to rep this community. I want to walk away from it and change. It would have been less jarring, less a slap in the face, because she has brought her audience into her world, this very specific part of her world, her body, invited them to openly talk about it, openly talk about themselves in this vulnerable way. And for her not to include her audience in the decision of, I want to make this change that is going to completely derail my content from what it was before into something completely different from one moment to the next, without telling her audience, hey, I'm going to be doing this. Hey, I've decided I'm no longer going to be making this content, because her audience is a big part of what I'm assuming is like this journey. And for her not to include them, she does not owe anyone anything. That is true. She does not owe anyone anything. She doesn't. But like I said, she opened that door. Nobody opened that door for her. Nobody posted 6 years of flat-chested community content. She did that. Nobody told her to do that. She did that. So for her to just like feel like she could skip the part, there's no really right way to do anything. But like, there's no real right way to do this influencer stuff. But that would have been a way to help this that's happening now. Again, you're free to make your own everyone is free to make their own decisions, and she felt that she didn't want to include her audience in this part, probably because it's a little bit shameful. It's a little bit like, again, it's a little bit like a slap in the face. It's a little bit like admitting defeat almost. And even if she's 100% being truthful about the fact that this is really just for fun, which is a hard pill to swallow for everybody else, like that's you know what's fun? Going to an amusement park. You know what's like just for fun? Like buying a cute outfit. You know what's just for fun? Like going on vacation and trying, or going on a cruise. That's just for fun. But to have a huge plastic cosmetic surgery that affects your whole brand and your body and has effects and it's surgery. That's not funsies. That's serious, you know. It's not even like a little, like, you know, I'm getting a tattoo, because that's permanent too, but that's a whole nother thing. But like, it's not even a tattoo. This is different than that. So that's why the audience feels lied to. Like these last 6 years, she's been taunting us and making fun of us and trying to use us to make money so she could fund her boob job. She's been lying. She was never actually confident. She doesn't actually like that part of her body. She was actually just trying to get the money so she could change it. So she could, you know, this. There's that, right? And then there's the fact that she said it was for fun. So now everyone's like, oh, shoot. Not only did she use us and lie to us for all these years, because this is what the narrative looks like. This is just what it looks like on the outside. Whether it's true for her or not, this is how she is conveying herself. And people are saying, not only did she lie to us and get money from us to fund this surgery, but now she's telling us that we're crazy for thinking too hard into it. Again, 6+ years of content. We're crazy for looking so hard into it. She's just doing this for funsies. She's telling us she's doing it for funsies. She's telling us we're crazy for thinking it's more than that. I think there was I don't like to see influencers be dragged, you know, unless they're like criminals. But like, there would have been so many better ways to go about this that required like more involvement and more honesty for this backlash to not be the way that it is currently. Because now she's a bit on defense mode, and it can be a little bit like I'm just trying to explain how it looks from the outside. Again, I do not know Clara personally, and I do feel she has every right to change something whenever she wanted to. And it just sucks that happened to the thing she wanted to change most was the thing she built her brand and her page on. Invited all these people to relate to her with. Now she's cut that off, and it feels it's jarring, and people are right to be upset. It is something that someone has brought up before, or something I've heard, but like, no, it really is because of that content. For example, if I were to go and get a boob job or something like that, no one would freak out. I mean, people would ask questions. I'm sure people would be curious, but no one would respond this way because I didn't build my content on 6+ years of, how small I am. That's not what I did. I no one expects me to like champion that or talk about that because I didn't do that. But you know what I have been doing? I've been doing 4 or 5 years of education content. So if I woke up tomorrow and I said, school is stupid. I think we should all just stop reading and writing. And I think that, I think it's really stupid. I think we should all just, become dancers and do what we can to like sell pictures of our feet or something. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a dancer or sell pictures of your feet. But that's not what my content has been the past 5 years. So people would be like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I've been coming here because I want to hear about essay tips and education and school stories and, furthering my education. I came here for those things. I came here for you. What you've been telling me, you're interested in and who you are. And now you're switching up. Not only you're switching up, but you are going like complete opposite. So it would be jarring for people. So again, if someone like, let's say Howard Stern, who's very like, or who else? I don't know, pick a misogynist or pick someone who's like very used to saying crazy things about women, or in the past or whatever. No one would be shocked if they did that tomorrow. However, if someone like Pedro Pascal came and started speaking or saying very negative and misogynistic things, people would break their necks to see what's going on there. Because of that, it's not who he is. It's not who he has said he is. It would make no sense, and I would be shocked. I would be shocked and I would be hurt because I am a big fan of Pedro Pascal. But for him to do that would really hurt, and it would really like be. I'm like, who is this? Who's this person that I thought I was supporting, and this person that I've been watching for all this time? Who is this person? Because now look, they've been lying, and I've been supporting, and I feel stupid. I feel bad, and now I'm angry, and I feel disrespected with my time and my energy and my focus. Like it's all been for nothing. It's all been for, and he has every right to like change his opinions, I guess, but that would be awful. But the point is, I have every right to switch up tomorrow and say school is stupid and I don't think any of you should go anymore, and I'm gonna go sell like pictures, whatever it is. The point is, I'm free to do that. It would just be very painful for my audience to kind of like get behind all of a sudden, and for me to expect them to would be crazy. So that is it. Clara is not wrong to want to change something. She is not wrong because she's a young person going through life. She wants to change something, go ahead. It doesn't mean that how the audience is feeling. If they decide to unfollow her or say negative things about her, it's not that that's right, but they have a right to feel sad. They have a right to feel angry. They have a right to feel like they've been lied to, like this was all a scam, hurtful. This is all hurtful. So the audience has a right to feel that way and talk about it because they're the audience. They can do what they want as well. But for Clara, she can do whatever she likes. And I think people need to understand, like, okay, the reason I'm upset is because of this, but at the end of the day, she does have every right to do what she needs to do with her body. Because it's her choice. And it's her overall image, like whatever she wants to do. And I think people know that. It's just hard. It's hard to like feel lied to. What people do with their lives when they let you in and then you see that it was all maybe fake and you weren't really let in, that's just it. I just wanted to give my kind of like breakdown of what is happening there and why it feels so hurtful for a lot of people, because I've seen the comments, I've seen people make videos and other content creators talk about it. So although I feel like it really sucks in her case, I feel like she could have done this in a different way and it would have been less jarring and less painful for her audience. But this is the way she chose to do it, and again, she has that right. So you are free to decide what you want to do moving forward if you are a fan of hers. You are free to decide that I no longer want to engage with this person. I feel like they have duped me, and I feel like they have taken my time and money and focus. I'm going to walk away, and I'm going to find someone else to do that for me. Or I'm going to better spend my eyes. Like, whatever it is, I'm gonna go. I'm leaving. To unfollow, please don't leave any hate comments, but like to unfollow and to walk away and to find, or not even find, but just go and enjoy your other content creators. Every right. So yeah, that's it. And no one's truly like wrong here. Everyone's just kind of hurt. And I don't know if Clara's going to come out with anything else. I think there are ways for her to explain her story a little bit more if she wants to kind of salvage that relationship with her audience, because it's a relationship at the end of the day. Like, you are communicating and sharing, you know, and your audience is sharing back with their comments, their likes, and what they show up for you in different ways. And it's a relationship, so to like have part of that relationship disrespected can have consequences, and it can feel really awful. So I don't know what she's gonna do next, but I think that I just wanted to break it down. I just want to break it down and talk about it because I understand how that is. But yeah, that's everything. Hopefully this gave you some clarity. Hopefully this was like something useful for people to break down and listen to. And yeah, and if Clara ever sees this, I just want you to know you are free to do whatever you want. And you don't have to include your audience and everything, but it does come with with the consequence of losing some of that audience. So that's just real. But yeah. Bye. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.